by Nicole Rogers of Agriprocity. What is Agriprocity?
Agriprocity simply is a concept in building reciprocity in agriculture. So connecting a farmer directly into a supply chain with an end user.
Now, what I love about this is that it's, for the most part, container-based. Is that true?
Yeah, okay. Crazy.
Well, I love it because, as our viewers know, I have a bit of a logistics crush. And so the idea of putting everything in lovely little containers and moving all the blocks around, it's like playing trains.
Okay.
So I really like this. Anyway, so you're based in Dubai.
Yep.
So Agriprocity works as essentially the connection between farmers and buyers in Dubai. Dubai is an interesting sort of hub. Tell us a bit about that.
So I spend, I guess nowadays I'm spending about 50-50 time between Dubai and Canada, which is quite crazy. And the way my focus right now is to build the model. And so I'm not executing any, I'm not a trader, I'm not moving grain, and what I'm doing is really reaching out at a grassroots level to farmers and logistical providers and anybody who's independent business in Canada and asking them if they want to do business with an international partner and for a longer term contract. And so I've been at it for about a year now, and yeah, we have lots of crazy ideas like we're moving stuff in containers, but ultimately the simple values are that there's a buyer who wants security of supply and wants to explore a new model of sourcing, and the value for a farmer is to reap the benefits of this need for security. They get security of payment, they get a longer term contract, they get forward planning, and ultimately I'm building a stronger communications train between buyer and seller, and trying to get rid of those intermediaries and middlemen who try to muck everything up with like that's how they make their money, by making everything confusing.
Right, exactly. And this is now, but at the same time, this isn't necessarily a low cost model. You in your presentation, this is not necessarily about getting it direct from farmers so it's cheaper. It's about the direct link between who wants it and who has it.
Totally. And my value proposition from the buying side is really clear, and I've had struggles to find the right buyers. So while I'm doing all this building on the Canadian side, I'm doing it on the Middle East side at home too, and just making sure that the buyer gets it, that I'm not going to give him cheap canola. I'm giving him canola that he knows where it came from, he knows he's got it in 30 years, and I'm giving him an opportunity to connect directly to the Canadian market in a way that big grain is never going to do for him. And that's why they're paying a premium, and it's not a big premium. There's lots of ways that we can save money. There's lots of ways big grain makes money.
And we can say that. Thank you. So,
can you edit that out, or can you say that on RealAg?
No, we can say that.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of taking advantage of all those little ways and exploiting them in a way. Yeah. Exploiting them for the benefit of the buyer and seller, who often
what I found interesting as well is that the farmer can, on their own farm, load that container. If they don't have those capabilities, they can load it somewhere else. They don't have to, but they can. But that they can close that container, lock it, and they actually they can change title into the buyer's name on Canadian soil.
My whole point, and what kind of started me down this path, was that I realized some of the big buyers in Dubai, they actually buy FOB Canada anyway. So they're buying from big grain, and they want it to come to the terminal or the port or wherever it is, and they want to take title in Canada anyway, because they do a much better job at logistics than we do. So I'm kind of just drilling that down to a smaller level and just giving that benefit to the farmer as opposed to a big intermediary. And it's a simple, my model is trying to make it as painless for the farmer as possible. Otherwise, why are they going to do it?
Right, and they get paid in Canada, and it's off their farm.
There's no risk of, it might not be off their farm. That's the uniqueness. So maybe they're bidding it for the buyer, but it's a trust factor of the buyer saying, look, I don't need to, I can, there's value in that farmer keeping that grain for me, but there's value in me knowing that's mine and that I can draw from it whenever I need to.
Okay, and so what's the website if people want more information?
Agriprocity.com, or Twitter is @Agriprocity. Great. And it's Agriprocity, A-G-R-I.
There you go.
Thank you.
All very important. Okay, thanks so much, Nicole.
Thanks, Lyndsey.